hip-hop superstar and mogul Jay-Z. So when Jay-Z criticized Trump and implied that Trump is the superbug of racism, Jones pushed back and pointed out that the president has been touting the black unemployment rate. Watch.
He is somebody who's now saying, look, I'm dropping black unemployment. Black people are doing well under my administration. Does he have a point that maybe the Democrats have been giving us good lip service but no jobs? Maybe he's going to say terrible things but put money in our pocket. Does that make him a good leader?
No, because it's not about money at the end of the day. Money doesn't equate to like happiness. It doesn't. That's not missing the whole point.
So President Trump either saw that interview on CNN or saw Fox talking about it this morning because he reacted to Jay-Z with a tweet. Here it is. Somebody please inform Jay-Z that because of my policies, black unemployment has just been reported to be at the lowest rate ever recorded. There is a fact check we should do to that data. But first, let's talk about the back and forth with Van Jones, a CNN political commentator and the host of the twice-a-month Van Jones show. So I don't know, Van, maybe I'm cynical. Is this the best press you could have asked for your show?
I want you to know I personally asked Donald Trump to write that tweet. I wrote it for him. And no, listen, it's sad because we actually literally were discussing the black unemployment rate. And I gave Trump, listen, continuing a lot of trends have been going on anyway. Black unemployment's pretty good. Should he get credit for it? And Jay-Z said something that you don't hear from many billionaires. He said, you know what, it's not about the money, it's about the respect. And so we had a very powerful moment there. Apparently Trump missed the whole point and actually walked right back into the trap. So now it's trending globally, Jay-Z's response. So look, it's great PR for the show, but it's bad for the country when you have a president who wants to lecture an African-American rapper, an African-American pundit about African-American issues with bad facts and no information about the show.
Let's put on screen the chart that shows what you were describing, the gradually declining unemployment rate. This includes whites and blacks. So let me see if we can put up another chart first, just with the African-American unemployment rate. We can show it from 2011 all the way to 2017. Let me see if we can put that other chart on screen. Because it is a gradual, steady decline. Here we see now it is at a record low. But it's been declining for 6 or 7 years. And I think that raises this question of how much credit to give President Trump, given that it was Obama's policies that led to that gradual decline.
Look, I am happy to give President Trump credit for not screwing it up. I mean, he could have come in and done stuff that reversed that trend. He could have come in and done terrible things, and he didn't. So there was a bull market under Obama. He kept that going, maybe accelerated. Unemployment was coming down. He kept that going. Great. But you're not listening to the voices of the black community who say that's not enough to make up for S-hole countries. That's not enough to make up for insulting black football players, saying all of our communities are terrible. Like, just because we're making incremental progress, continuing incremental progress, that doesn't give you the right then to be disrespectful. And that's what Jay-Z was trying to say.
I think the president's been very effective with his Twitter pulpit to get folks to focus on the economy, meaning to say, hey, I deserve credit for the Dow being at a record high. I don't recall President Obama asking for as much credit when the market was rising for several years before Trump was elected. I mean, there's just this difference in the rhetoric, I think,
emotional neediness, perhaps, around the economy. President Obama inherited a house on fire, 2 wars, and basically the Great Depression. And he was able to save the auto industry, turn that around, pass health care, et cetera. Trump, for all his rhetoric, actually inherited a pretty healthy economy that had been growing for years, a stock market that had been growing for years.
I'll see you next week on Reliable Sources State of the Union. Sorry.